got the Sheik, we got the Joker. Let's see if Zoo has learned from Void and he can just do a 3-stock long Twitter combo. Here it starts. Gets 23. Quickly answered by Joker. Honestly, everybody, when Joker came out, everybody said that Joker is just better Sheik, which even after the nerfs and buffs, I still think that, unfortunately for her, probably true. But this isn't about which character is better in a vacuum. This is about which player has what it takes to triumph over the other. Imagine going to tourneys. If you don't come out to tourneys, you should. It's a great time. Even going 0-2 is a good time. Playing some friendlies, getting better, anything, man. Good time. So, let's see. How does this match work out? They both are blazing fast with quick, close-range neutrals, both looking to get big conversions off of spray hits. So this game is basically going to come down to whoever has their combos optimized, their better game sense, and who's better at getting out of disadvantage. Which, when it comes to getting out of disadvantage, the down gun nerf definitely hurts Joker in that sense. And he's got flopping fish, which isn't as good as flip kick, but you know, it's still real solid. And I think that that's definitely showing itself to be useful in this match. Zoo in the lead, but 60, 50, 40% isn't that much of a lead. The new grenade ledge guard, or ledge protection. Couldn't quite get the grab down. Oh, he was looking for the drag down into down smash, or up smash rather. One of the things I want to say is when you almost get something, get tempted to go for it again. And first of all, that's a pattern that you should start to recognize in other people. Whenever they almost get something but don't, they're probably going to go looking for it again. So make sure you choose your defensive options based on that. And if you almost get something, don't just go for it the second time. Mix it up. All right, so Arsene's out. We got the good old 2v1. Flopping fish being not as good as flip kick, getting caught out, the end lag. But Joker is at 137. Even with the nerfs, I think it's a really good idea to just sit on that Angel platform. Give Joker the extra few seconds to time out. But I mean, sometimes if you're feeling your energy, you gotta go, you know? You gotta just keep up the pressure, keep up your flow. Both playing a solid neutral. Looking for that hit that they can convert into big damage. Hit. And got out of the ledge, off the ledge, and out of the corner pretty quickly, and now has Joker in that disadvantage. Fighting to control the space, resetting back to neutral. It was good play. Arsene back out again, both throwing their projectiles. And Arsene is gone. Thank you, nerf. Very, very well done nerf, I think. It maintains the general power level of Joker, but takes some of the crazy edge off. This is currently absolutely anyone's game. 100 to 80. Woo! The double parry. Man's nice. Nice on them shields. Sheik is in the corner, trying to get out of disadvantage. He lets him just jump right over him, reset back to neutral. And Sheik is going to go for some drag down combo, I feel it. Trying to hit him up, get him into the air. Joker should acknowledge that. He's playing a much more grounded game right now and keeping up that edge pressure. Recognizing that Zoo's liking to jump off of ledge to get back to center stage. Covers it. Gets him with the back air. Flips the knife just to say, I got moved.
Done and done.
Can do some knife trick. Like old school Ganondorf. Taunting you by showing you he has a sword. He just didn't need to use it. But Ultimate has stepped up. Ganon has recognized that he was low tier for too long and does in fact need to use a sword. And now he uses it and is unfortunately still low tier. Despite decent showing that at Frostbite was hype. Going right back into it. Sheik versus Joker. Back to PS2, the only stage in Ultimate. If you guys watched Frostbite, you would know something like 80% of the matches were played on PS2, and 76% of the games are made up on the spot. So, that being said, again, here's that fight controlling center stage and trying to just turn all of those stray hits into powerful conversions, lots of damage. Sheik trying to channel her inner Marvel vs. Capcom Dante, comboing him for 40 days and 40 nights. But we got Joker with the count. We'll get out of it. Sheik is still putting on really good corner pressure, keeping him out there. Rolls through. Keeping out in disadvantage. It's a fight to see who can keep the other sandwiched against the stage. Gets him with the Dynasty. He's out of there. Only 47%. Let's see. I mean, at this point, you're not even looking for extra credit. You're looking for a full nother stock to take it. But this is where Xion really needs to turn on his overdrive and really just give this stock catch the ball and catch up. But Xion has currently lapped Xion. Xion's lapped Xion, I guess. So, caught him with the explosion. 114. That is some nice extra credit. And again, he's not looking for extra credit. He's thirsty for the kill. Predicts the count. Gotta pay attention to your opponent's pattern. Unlike me, run in, try and hurt people. Like all of my actions. So we got this match continuing. Not looking good for blue. At this point, you know, he kind of just has to pay close attention to how Zoo is playing, what kind of things he's losing to this match, and gotta get that reversal for the next match. Again, puts him into the corner, keeping up the pressure, but changes being in the corner from something bad to just more space to combo him. A longer stage. Looking for that drag down again. Here it is. Like I said, he got almost a drag down, so he went for it again. Drag down into down smash. And he finishes up with the clean 3-stock bet. Clean 3-stock. Never feels good, especially after a match that's close to the first one. Was this one just an issue of you getting great momentum and pushing through? Or does you have Xion downloaded? You will see as we come to the third match. Just looking at Foreside, a fan favorite. Everybody loves going to Foreside. One of those younger year classics probably your third pick after Temple and Corneria. Also, Ajax, I'm sorry, Ganon might be king, but doesn't mean it's good. He can be the king of loads here. King of read is what he is. You make all you have to do with Ganon is you just have to read somebody right. What? Twice? You gotta win neutral twice, 3 times, and then they're dead. But if you can't do that, no shot. So Xion's taking him to FD. Let's see if the stage makes any difference. Let's see if he learned anything from the last match. Chaining those forward airs, bringing them up to 60%. Got him in the corner. Tries to escape the corner, resetting back to center stage. Down air to up smash, real solid. You can do that off of a parry. You can parry footstool down air into up smash, but that's some fancy gimmer stuff. I don't think that will be practice. Alright. Xion turning momentum back in his favor. What he needs after that last one. Flubbing the down air, getting punished for it. Xion's doing a better job at keeping a little bit more space back, playing the projectile game with AHA and guns. And we'll see if this one's looking way closer. He's almost got, please hop on. He's almost got Zoo back up to where Zoo ended the last game, but this time he still has all of his stocks. It is much closer.
We got Zoo and Xion, our friend Xion over here, the Joker. Oh, that's some power. I respect a Joker player still. I think it's a cool character.
Yeah, Joker's still definitely good. I feel like they gave him the nerf treatment that they gave Wolf, which is they toned down the parts of his kit that were probably a little bit too strong. But
they didn't necessarily take them away.
Yeah, so he's still a solid character, which is, I think, honestly ideal for everyone.
Like, Joker can still do his wacky Arsene things. They're just a little bit less ridiculous now.
Yeah, and it doesn't last long.
That's a fair nerf.
Don't have to worry about it for as long. Which I think the most interesting part of that is it changed how people played against Arsene. Instead of being real passive, now people
are able to aggress a little bit.
And people are certainly aggressing way harder against Joker now that it just depletes a little bit more meter. And case in point, he did that, and it's...
And Arsene's gone. There's a reason to make it not Camp Fest.
Yeah. But Zoo is still in great shape.
He's more dominant, I would say.
I don't know if Xion has quite learned the lessons from last game. He's made some adaptations, but let's see if they're enough. He's getting some of that damage back up. I've got to say, he does a good job at keeping the corner pressure on Sheik. Using the jumping gun.
It looks like he's using his projectiles really well.
Yeah, that's something he started doing. He wasn't really doing it much in the previous games, but started doing it this time.
Now,
and
how strong is Gun as a projectile? It looks like he's using it well, but I also feel like of the tools in Joker's kit, it's less that it's a good tool and more that it's something Zoo isn't necessarily prepared to deal with.
Yeah, I think that it's annoying. It does the job of a projectile.
It keeps
which is
the opponent away.
Well, it's to force you to approach, and if you're too close, it pushes you back.
It looks like it's fast enough that you really can get out of it and pull something in quick.
So he's got Arsene.
Yep, he's gonna be out in a second.
Definitely, he needs to find the kill right now, and he's not gonna get it, which means that this is gonna be Zoo's stock to take most likely. And honestly, I think that whoever dies is immediately going to come back and kill the other.
Yeah, of course.
I'm expecting Xion to get this killed pretty pronto.
Yeah.
So Zoo's really looking to get just as much extra credit as possible.
Oh, of course.
What do you think is good extra credit for
Personally, I feel like for Ultimate, I would say 40% is good. Like anything that puts you 2 or 3 hits ahead of your opponent when so much of the game is neutral. Like those 2 or 3, if they're even players, having 2 or 3 games of neutral and like that footsies that go about when you're trying to win, like this 37-40%, that's about 1 or 2 strings. I'd say that's decent.
Yeah, I think
That's enough to be happy with. And see, with that, Zoo has already taken himself from 30 to 40, and Xion's gonna have to fight an uphill battle if he wants to stay in this tournament.
Oh man, that nerf really hit.
Arsene is gone.
Yeah, he was there for a second, and then he was like, "All right, I'm
Xion
out."
is now going to have to fight for his life without his persona.
And I don't know. I think this is best of 3 still, right?
Looks like this is... Zoo has been hit heavily. He's at 40%. Is it enough for Xion to take home the win? I'm not sure, but it was not.
Says it's not.
Yep, my question was answered by the play of Xion and Zoo.
Closes it out. Xion honestly did a great job at
there we have it, yeah.
after the first game, or after the second game. But that second game was just so much pressure. That was rough, man. That was rough. So, who do you play?
I am not the most seasoned Ultimate player, but I enjoy Robin.